How to get out of your head and be more present when you're in the bedroom with a girl. This was something I definitely struggled with earlier on in my journey. As I started studying self-development and started bringing more and more women home, I would get to a point where I finally got this girl in bed, but I'm so used to just studying theory and just studying technical moves that part of the time I actually wouldn't even be able to get hard and aroused. And then there was still times where I would manage to actually get an erection and we would start having. But I found myself throughout the entire duration of intercourse just constantly analyzing and really just not being present in the moment. Like just kind of over analyzing every little thing. And I promise you that that bleeds off in your nonverbal communication and the vibe and synergy between the two of you guys. I promise you it's affected as a result of that. The times that you are the most comfortable, when you're fully in sync with the girl, like that's when the vibe's the strongest, and that's typically when the intercourse is gonna be the most pleasurable. What did I do to get over this? Well, the first thing I'm gonna say is like, experience is king at the end of the day. Okay, you really just need to go through the experiences over and over and over again until it's no longer like a big deal that it's happening. Maybe you'll get to a point initially where sex becomes kind of routine, and then the only time you'll get in your head is when you're starting to get with like the hotter girl. Then it becomes like another big deal again, and then you start getting in your head about it again. But eventually you'll get to a point where you've banged enough of those women too, or you've gotten several of those girls to continue dating you after, where it's no longer a big deal. That's the point you want to get to, because you'll always be in your head when it's the first time, or it's the first time with the hottest girl you've been with, or first time with the newest hottest girl you've been with, right? Every single time that's happened, I'm in my head about it. Before anything else, I don't care how many videos you watch, I don't care how many books you read on this. Majority of overstudying is actually going to result in you getting more and more in your head. Just like anything else with pickup. If you study the out of opening, but you haven't actually opened that many people, you're gonna be in your head about the open. There's just so much theory floating around in your head. It's not until you've opened and opened and opened and opened people that it becomes a normal routine and it's no longer a big deal. And then you'll actually start thinking about other shit. So same concept with, you gotta get in there, no pun intended, but get in there and do this over and over and over again. I also want to talk about what's going on in my mind, or what you guys should be thinking about once you've done this enough times. Like what should actually be going on during intercourse. One of the biggest pieces of advice I could give to you is that there is not a crazy amount of techniques and structure that you actually need to go through to have a pleasurable sexual experience between you and the girl. One of the biggest things I've noticed over time is doing the things that I really like and enjoy in the bedroom, and verbalizing those things and displaying that I'm really into those things. Because the more that the girl sees I'm into it, the more she gets off on it. Especially when the attraction and the value is in place. You guys gotta understand, from a biological level, the girl is designed to actually like support and nourish and build up the male. So a lot of that from a biological standpoint is the girl pleasing the dude. Like I've talked about this in a different video, that earlier on in my journey, I was closing a lot, but as I got further on in my journey and I noticed that I started to spark more and more attraction, I noticed consistently that the girls were going down on me before we would have sex. It was like a repeated pattern. I remember at some point in my journey, I just had this thought at one point where this girl went down on me. I was like, that's like 5 in a row where like, I'm not even like pushing for it. The girls are just like going down on me. But they're getting aroused and getting wet on the fact that they're pleasing me and I'm like really enjoying it. That tells you a lot right there about female psychology and intercourse. If girls are going down on me and I'm not even touching them and they're getting wet off of that, it's because the attraction and the value's in place and they're enjoying the fact that I'm like really enjoying them. Same exact concept in the bedroom. Now, are there actual techniques you can do to please the girl and like thrusting and positions? Absolutely. But one of the biggest underlying frames or themes of what's going on in the bedroom is a lot of me just displaying what I'm into and really enjoying that and leading the girl in that direction. And that is leading, that's also being dominant, that's also giving the girl confirmation that you're enjoying the experience. Also, think about like teasing or BDSM. It's like the dude is always in control and he's enjoying and getting off on the fact that he's running the show. And the girl, as a result of that, they fall into that frame and they really like that stuff too. The two main takeaways about what I'm talking about right now is, number one, experience is king. Okay, I don't care how many videos you watch, how many books you read, all this shit is completely irrelevant if you're not actually going through the steps consistently and like analyzing. You can do a little bit of theory, take action, analyze. Study some more theory, take more action, analyze. That's number one. Once you've gotten over that hump, again, no pun intended, but once you get desensitized and it's no longer a big deal and you can actually have sex, the next thing I would say is, what are you really into and how can you verbalize that and how can you lead the girl down that path? It's actually being slightly selfish. Now, it's not presented in a needy way where like, I need this to happen. Think about like a confident masculine dude who like knows this thing that when the girl does that thing, it like really gets him turned on and he gets more into it. But he's not ashamed of it. He like verbalizes it and leads the girl there, and then he's like, oh yeah, yeah, oh that's so fucking hot, like that, and then like takes control. The girls love that versus what most dudes are thinking. They're like,
how can I please the girl? What do I need to do? Oh, does that feel good? Does that feel good? Oh, do you like it like that?
Look at the place that it's coming from. One of them is coming from, I need to please this girl. I really want to please this girl. It's almost coming from an internal thought of inadequacy. The other frame is, again, I know it sounds selfish because it is selfish. It's a little bit of selfish, but you also need to understand that the girl likes that. The girl likes the dude who knows what he wants and can lead the girl confidently, unashamedly in that direction, and it gets him off. And when she can see that, she falls into that frame. So that's a really good underlying frame that you could be presenting the next time you're in the bedroom. Okay, try that out. Let me know how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in implementing any of the concepts taught in this video, I have a brand new coaching program where you can actually work with me one-on-one. I'm going to analyze your communication, your pickup skills, your game, and assess where you're at, point out your blind spots, your sticking points, show you the step-by-step process as well to take you from where you're at right now to accomplishing your goals with women and dating. Click the link in the description, fill out that application, pick out a day and a time for that consultation call, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Until next time, Coach Kyle signing out. Peace out, guys.